Welcome to Kbal Spean, an Angkorian-era archaeological site of the tourist attractions in Siem Reap. Kbal Spean Kalsfinlit Bridgehead is an Angkorian-era archaeological site on the southwest slopes of the Killen Hills to the northeast of Angkor in Banti Srei district, Siem Reap province, Cambodia. It is situated along a 150 m stretch of the Kbal Spean River, 25 kilometers 16 miles from the main Angkor group of monuments, which lie downstream. The site consists of a series of stone rock relief carvings in sandstone formations of the riverbed and banks. It is commonly known as the Valley of 1,000 Lingas, or the River of 1,000 Lingas. The motifs for stone carvings are mainly myriads of lingams, phallic symbol of Hindu god Shiva, depicted as neatly arranged bumps that cover the surface of a sandstone bedrock, and lingam yoni designs. There are also various Hindu mythological motifs, including depictions of the gods Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma, Lakshmi, Rama, Hanuman, and animals, cows and frogs.
Geography. Kbal Spean is a spectacularly carved riverbed, set deep in the jungle to the northeast of Angkor. The river over which the bridgehead exists is also known as Kbal Spean, a tributary of the Siem Reap River that rises in the Kulin Mountains north of Banti Srei. The riverbed cuts through sandstone formations, and the many architectural sculptures of Hindu mythology have been carved within the sandstone. The archaeological site occurs in a stretch of the river starting from 150 meters, 490 feet, upstream north of the bridge head to the falls downstream. The river, being sanctified by flowing over the religious sculptures, flows downstream, bifurcating into the Siem Reap River and Pyuk River, which eventually flows into the Tonle Sap Lake after passing through the plains and the Angkor Temple complex. The archaeological site is in the western part of the Kulin Mountains within the Phnom Penh National Park. Approach is from the Banti Srei Temple by a road which is about 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles, from an army camp. Thereafter, it is a 40-minute walk through the forest for about 2 kilometers, 1.2 miles, uphill along a path before reaching the first site, a waterfall, where the carved sculptures start appearing in the riverbed.
History. The carving of vestiges began with the reign of King Suryavarman I and ended with the reign of King Udayadityavarman II. These two kings ruled between the 11th and 12th centuries. The 1,000 lingas, but not other sculptures, are attributed to a minister of Suryavarman I during the 11th century, and these were carved by hermits who lived in the area. Inscriptions at the site testify to the fact that most of the sculpting was done during the reign of Udayadityavarman II. It is also mentioned that King Udayadityavarman II consecrated a golden ling here in 1059 AD. It is believed that the Siem Reap River flowing into Angkor is blessed by the sacred lingas over which it flows. The archaeological site was discovered in 1969 by Jean Bulbit, an ethnologist, but further exploration was cut off due to the Cambodian Civil War. The site regained prominence for safe visits from 1989.
Layout. The bridge is a natural sandstone arch 50 kilometers, 31 miles, northeast of the Siem Reap River. Just after the monsoon season, when the water level in the river starts dropping, the carvings are visible in a 150 meters, 490 feet, stretch upstream of the bridge and from the bridge downstream up to the falls. The 11th century carvings in this stretch of the river are a galaxy of gods, the trinity of Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva or Mahesvara and celestial beings. Several carvings of Vishnu with Lakshmi reclining on the serpent Ananta, Shiva with consort Uma, known as Uma Maheswar Brahma on a lotus petal over a plant stem rising from the navel of Vishnu. Rama and Hanuman are the sculptures seen not only in the river bed, but also on the riverbanks. Sequentially, while walking along a path which skirts the eroded channel of the river-formed natural stone bridge, one can see a pair of Vishnu sculptures with Lakshmi seated at his feet in reclining pose. Upstream of the bridge, there is a sculpture of Shiva and Uma mounted on the bull. Approximately 30 meters, 98 feet, downstream of the bridge, there are additional Vishnu sculptures. Further downstream up to the waterfall and till the water pool are the Sahasra lingas in Sanskrit language with English equivalent name of 1,000 lingas. The sculpted lingams in the coarse sandstone river bed outcrops are seen from about 6 meters, 20 feet, downstream of the bridge. According to the journalist Tepo Tucky of Phnom Penh Post who visited the site in 1995, the lingams, some of which date back to the 9th century, are about 25 centimeters, 9.8 in, square and 10 centimeters, 3.9 in, deep and lined in a perfect grid pattern. The river runs over them, covering them with 5 centimeters, 2.0 in, of pristine water. The holy objects are designed to create a power path for the Khmer kings.
Thanks you so much for watching this video.